Sir.
Thanks a lot. Matthew Lee, Intercity Press, on behalf of the Free UN Coalition for Access. Thanks for the briefing. I'm looking through your newsletter, and it seems like a large portion of it are about projects in Puntland. So it made me wonder. Obviously, they're in the Security Council. There's a lot of talk about the trying to get Puntland and Somaliland back into the federated structure of Somaliland, and there's even been some cancellation of airspace between the two. How does this impact your work? The current sort of unresolved status of Puntland and Somaliland, and do you do any work with Somaliland beyond Puntland? And
before I ask Etienne to be more specific on our cooperation, I mean, this is one of the challenges Somalia is facing, so to find a right balance between the federal government and the regional entities. And this is an ongoing process with ups and downs, but there have been some fairly successful arrangements regarding Baidoa and other parts of the country. For example, we have representatives of Somaliland and Puntland attending the meetings, not on behalf of the government, because the federal government is represented there, and today it's the National Security Advisor, Hargeisa, who's present. But they are there and also taking part in our meetings at the working level. So we want to be inclusive. But of course, contact group is not a place to sort out certain differences. This is a political process that's taking place in the country. But Etienne will tell you more.
Thank you. Sir.
Sure. Thanks a lot. I'm sorry to ask a follow-up, but somebody wrote to me from Hargeisa saying that, is there a Mohamed Osman who's attending, quote, representing Somaliland? Is that? Yeah. And how would you describe his participation? I'm not to be legalistic. And I also wanted to ask, they also seem to want to know, so I want to ask, whether these missions do anything on the issues of illegal fishing. There was previously a lot of talk about toxic waste dumping, although I've heard people say this didn't pan out. But in terms of fishing, is the only threat to fishing come from the pirates, or are there countries, fleets fishing illegally in any of the waters of Somaliland, or Puntland? Thanks.
On your first question, yes, Mohamed Osman is a focal point for Somaliland and fight against piracy, and he is attending the meeting. If I may